Today, we are going to look into the first month of printing with the K2Plus. Many of you are interested how this mega printer is holding up. We have found some downsides, so let's talk about whether they are fixable or not.
9, 6, 9. 5, 6, 9.
The K2Plus, the latest flagship printer from Creality. We had a superb first impression of this printer, and now we've tested it for a month. During the testing period, we've encountered some flaws in the design on some parts. You can see I've already printed something for the extruder system, which I will talk later in the video. First, let's talk about all the problems we've encountered. The poop chute. There's a flaw in the way that the poop chute pushes down the extruded filament. It's not as smooth as on the Bamboo X1 carbon, for example. The way it pushes the latch to the left feels like it's not efficient enough. Good news is that this probably is fixable with some changes in the next firmware update. But what's not software related is the material they used on the poop chute itself. It's not the best material to have hot-ish filament drops on it. Sometimes it causes the filament to jam up, and to fix that, the community or the Creality needs to come up with something that goes in there to prevent filament jams. Another annoying problem is random errors on startup. From time to time we get these weird errors that pop up on the screen. When that occurs, you cannot connect the printer through Clipper interface nor Creality print interface. A full restart fixed the problem each time. This also is something that is firmware bounded, which can be fixed with a firmware update. CFS system being very picky with wet filament. Okay, using wet-ish filament to print with is never a good idea, but like the AMS system is not so much sensitive to it. The CFS system, however, is a lot more sensitive for wet filament. We had several clogs with a certain filament that should have been dried before printing with it, but where the Bamboo X1 carbon didn't have a problem with printing, the K2Plus did.
Introducing PCBWay.com, a place to find a solution for all your electronic needs. PCBWay is the leading store in making custom PCBs, CNC millings, 3D printing, and much more. Get an instant quote for your custom PCB right now. You can also participate on the 7th Project Design Contest to win amazing prizes. Check out PCBWay website to find out more.
The Extruder PTFE tube holder. The way they designed this is that the PTFE tube holder isn't replaceable. It's simply a part of the extruder itself. If you ask me, that's a design flaw, especially if the quality of the teeth that's in there to hold the PTFE tube isn't one of the better ones. If you take your PTFE tube out because of a clog or any other reason, there's a great chance that you will bend or break off the tiny teeth that's in there. When that occurs, it becomes impossible to print with the K2Plus. The PTFE tube won't stay in the socket and will drop off during printing. I'll share this model that I've found on MakerWorld that temporarily fixed the issue. By printing this model and using one of these couplers here, you eliminate the problem. That is until Creality can send you a revised version of this extruder. We know we've got an early version of the K2Plus, but Creality could have gotten away with some of these problems if they had put a little bit more time in testing the printer. This all isn't a deal breaker, but just makes you wonder about the longevity of the K2Plus. Hopefully this printer won't have bigger issues along the way. Wear and tear parts are a given, but design flaw issues need to be fixed by Creality, and they should send out these parts to all the early adapters of their printer as soon as possible. Since it's Chinese New Year whilst we're making this video, we couldn't get any replacement parts. Creality doesn't work with ticket system on their website, although you can use their Discord server to create tickets, but I'm not sure how well that works. Creality Print Slicer has a major flaw. The flaw isn't the fault of Creality as far as we know. It's the Intel CPU's multiple cores. They can cause crashes while slicing big files or multiple files at the same time. This crash also occurs on Bamboo Slicer. To temporarily fix this issue, You have to set the affinity of your slicer between 4 to 8 cores instead of, for example, 32 cores. Most likely this issue happens on the higher end CPUs. I've heard that Windows Update can fix this issue with some hotfix update. I still haven't got that update, so have to use the manual way to fix the random crashes. The downside of the manual fix is that it has to be done each time you restart the program. For now, these are all the issues we've encountered. The K2 Plus is still one of my favorite printers. We might get another one pretty soon. But in order to do so, we will have to sacrifice one of the other Core XY printers. Can you guess which one it will be? To wrap it up, let's watch some time-lapse videos on what we've printed so far. Thank you guys for watching the video, and I hope the follow-up video was informative. We aim for being as transparent as possible with every video. I hope that's appreciated. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel and hit the thumbs up. Keep safe and bye for now. Bye!